EA Sports. It's in the game.
And good evening on what is a perfect night for football. The floodlights shining down on the players as we speak. I'm Derek Ray on the commentary gantry and delighted to be joined as always by Stuart Robson. And everyone here on tenterhooks, you'd have to say with good reason. It's Jamshedpur facing Galatasaray.
Thanks, Derek. Well, this should be a decent game today. Both managers will have a game plan. Both teams have a certain style of play and both sides will want to start quickly. I'm looking forward to this.
Luis Diaz. Kylian Mbappe. Chance maybe. Oh, chance taken. There is opportunism for you, but a disappointed goalkeeper.
Well, the initial save is a good one, as you can see, but unfortunately it dropped straight to an opponent. A bit unlucky, really.
Alexis Sanchez. Possibilities for Alexis Sanchez. And will it be the leveller? Rodri. Now with Alonso. It should be! Well, you're bound to be a bit cross with yourself when you're presented with that sort of opportunity.
Well, in the end, it's a fairly easy save for the goalkeeper, but really that should have been a goal.
And the danger averted by Petit. Yapstam. Mbappe. Alonso. Martin Odegaard. Charlton. El Shaarawy. Alexis Sanchez. He's in behind. Surely. And he didn't hesitate. Good thing too.
Well, he's so quick off his line. That's great goalkeeping, you have to say.
Well read to put an end to that attack. El Shaarawy. And Diaz has it. Perfect challenge. And so it is, the first half story has been written. So back underway, and an intriguing second half in prospect. Vitor Ferreira, retaining possession proving difficult. Ferreira. Now it's Alexis Sanchez, giving the ball away. Alonso. El Shaarawy. Top-class defending. And the keeper has it now. And that's gone out of play for what will be a goal kick. And possession won by Alonso. Just 20 minutes remaining now. Xabi Alonso. Really good challenge. Well, back and forth in terms of possession. Ball back with Galatasaray now. El Shaarawy. Alexis Sanchez. Kerkez. Luis Diaz. Emmanuel Petit. El Shaarawy. On the cusp of the final whistle, and they're making home advantage count, but only just. Stuart, your thoughts?
Yeah, just about edging it overall. It's been a really tight game, hasn't it? Chances at a premium, and you have to praise their defending in that regard. Just got to see out the final few minutes now. No.
And there it is, the final whistle. The home fans are going to be happy with this result.
Yes, Derek, there wasn't much in it, to be honest. Really competitive game with chances at both ends, but they probably just about edged it overall and deserved the result in the end.
Well, the weather forecasters promised us an agreeable day for football, and that's exactly what we've got. I'm your match commentator, Derek Ray, and ready to provide expert analysis alongside me is Stuart Robson. And with the game just moments away now, this really ought to be a superb watch. It is Manchester City, and they take on Jamshedpur.
Well, I'm excited by this encounter today. Both teams have a good game plan, both teams can be physical, and both teams have creative players. It could be a case of who wants it more.
Harry Kane. El Shaarawy. Xabi Alonso. Here's Mbappe. Eduardo Camavinga. Well, he saw the situation developing. El Shaarawy. Kane. And the challenge halts them in their tracks. Now El Shaarawy. Harry Kane. Kylian Mbappe. Lobotka. Rafinha. Alonso coming away with the ball. The referee has decided to give the free kick decision the way of City. Well, the keeper is happy. The bar was there. Cleared away. Stanislav Lobotka. Rafinha. Now El Shaarawy. Kondogbia. And a good challenge to bring that attack to an end. A City free kick forthcoming. Understandably, he wanted to give it a go, but straight at the keeper. Stanislav Lobotka. A very effective challenge put in. He's in with a chance. And there it is, 1-0. Their efforts have been rewarded. And look at the celebrations.
Well, as you can see, he's a great talent. What a run, what a goal, and what a player he is.
So City get things going again, and the onus is on them to erase the damage done by that concession. Kondogbia. And he read it well. And we will have just one additional minute. Mbappe, in with a chance! Oh, that's textbook goalkeeping. And the danger's still on. The first half here comes to an end. Well, as they get the ball rolling again, interesting to see how the second half pans out. Stanislav Lobotka. Well, not quite what he wanted to do with the pass. Diaz, and it's opening up. Well, marginally wide. So close. Gvardiol. El Shaarawy. Luis Diaz. Well, we're into the final half hour. Intercepting it intelligently. Mario Götze. Kane. Now with Lobotka. Here's Götze now. Well, showing excellent judgment to intercept. Mario Götze. Rafinha. Plenty of support here. But the danger averted for now. Well, they've decided to make a change. And rewarded for that high press. Diaz. Oh, he's through here. In it goes to increase their advantage. And will that be the goal that ends up securing it for them?
Well, here it is again. He hits this so sweetly, doesn't he? That's a brilliant goal from a top-class player.
A change in the offing for City. So back underway with the scoreline standing at 2-0. Kane. And so into the final 5 minutes. Stanislav Lobotka. Determined defending. And so the referee blows for full time and it goes down as a victory for the visitors.
Well, Derek, it was a comfortable win in the end. Fully deserved their victory because they dominated every aspect of the game. It was a really good result for them here today.
Welcome everyone on a perfect night for football with the floodlights beaming down. My name is Derek Ray, and sitting alongside me in the commentary box, providing expert analysis, is Stuart Robson. And we can't wait for this one to start, with justifiable cause. It's Barcelona, and they take on Jamshedpur.
Well, a quick start to the game is all important here today, and I'm sure both managers will have drilled that into the players. But they also have to play with composure and a tactical understanding. It should be a good game.
An effective challenge. Good-looking ball, and he's in. Great movement, and a goal! That is a very bright start. Perfect way to open. Back underway, and 1-0 it is. Let's see what happens next. Rodri, and cutting it out. Del Piero. Oh, in with a chance! Moving the ball nicely, trying to carve out the equaliser. Well, the referee not too happy with the challenge and blows for a free kick. And never in any doubt from the keeper. Rodri. Nicely timed tackle. The ball with Rodri. Socrates. Del Piero. Untidy in possession from Barcelona. Mbappe. Can they create something from here? So, deflection, and it will be a throw-in. Kylian Mbappe. Oh, good defending to stop a decent-looking attack. Camavinga. Luis Diaz. It should be! Well, denied by the keeper, but really he only has himself to blame. Del Piero. So approaching half-time, and the visitors have a bit of work ahead of them. Stuart, your assessment?
Well, they've not had quite enough purpose to their attacking play so far. It's all been a bit too predictable. But in the second half, if they can get more support to their strikers and play with greater intensity, they can certainly turn this around.
That is that for the first half here. Well, as they get the ball rolling again, interesting to see how the second half pans out. Xabi Alonso. Oh, splendid skill. Mbappe. This could square the game. A smart stop here. Martinez. Alessandro Del Piero. Mitoma. And he takes it away. Socrates. 30 minutes to go then. Mbappe. Getting in there to intercept. Martinez. Mbappe. And on to Alonso. Mitoma. Martinez. Kaoru Mitoma. Just the challenge that was required. Kylian Mbappe. Well, they're on the scent of something positive. But they took care of the situation defensively.
Well, Barca are nearly there, and their fans know it. Just listen to the support they're giving their team. Not long left now.
Socrates. Using all his defensive acumen to cut it out. Well, it comes down to the final 5 minutes. Martinez. He read the situation defensively and did his job. And that will be all for this game. Defeat for the visitors. That's the big story.
Well, Derek, not quite good enough today. Yes, they only lost by 1 goal, but I never felt they were in control of the game. A frustrating day all round for the coach to think about for the next time.
Well, just the sort of weather the fans were hoping for this evening. It's absolutely ideal. My name is Derek Ray, and sitting alongside me, ready to provide all the analysis, is Stuart Robson. And with the game just moments away now, this really ought to be a superb watch. It's Jamshedpur taking on Chelsea.
Thanks, Derek. Well, both managers will be reminding their players of starting the game quickly, pinning the opposition back, playing the ball forward and regaining possession as quickly as possible. Hopefully, we get a really good game here.
What can Chelsea do from this position? There it is, and just the ideal start.
Well, here's the replay, and it's a really inviting ball played into the box, begging players to attack it, but the finish is far too easy. He doesn't even have to jump. How has he afforded that much space? It's a tidy header, but really poor defending.
So the match has restarted, 1-0 here. Mbappe. Eduardo Camavinga. Showing patience as well as persistence in the build-up. Free kick to Chelsea. Stam. Zinedine Zidane. Looking for the final pass that will open things up. Well, they're moving the ball neatly enough. Just looking for that decisive pass. Well, they keep the ball moving, but then the one that goes astray. Joan Capdevila. Doku. And possession given away. Mbappe. This could level it. Brilliant save. Oh, that's not a good clearance. A routine save. James. On to Stam. Zinedine Zidane. Well, it looked highly promising, but they got nothing out of it. And we will have a couple of additional minutes at the end here. The referee spotted the little nick on the way through, so a throw-in coming up. And with that, the first half draws to a close. Well, it's advantage Chelsea after the first 45 minutes, but a long way from being decided. Doku. Zidane on the ball. Well read to put an end to that attack. Kangin Lee. Torres now. Zinedine Zidane. Jeremy Doku. "30 minutes left for play. Willy Orban. Zinedine Zidane. Jeremy Doku. Now Zidane. High quality defending. Mbappe. Mbappe with it. Yapstam. Joan Capdevila. Jeremy Doku. Doku. Now Zidane. Given away by Chelsea. And foul it is then. Alonso. Xavi Alonso. Here's Mbappe. Plenty of support here. They are making headway, but really they need a goal. This could be the equaliser. And a goal to level it up late on here. Just look at the reaction.
Well, here it is again. Just look at the quality of the cross. It's inch perfect. And when he gets onto it, he holds off the challenge, keeps his balance, and makes good contact with the ball. That's a top-class finish.
Just failing to hit the target with his pass. And it'll be a throw-in. And just 5 minutes remaining. Kangin Lee, Zinedine Zidane. Still level, but Chelsea on the attack, near the end. And there is the referee's whistle for full time. Even Steven here, they can't be separated. We were treated to goals. And Stuart, interested to get your verdict.
Well, Derek, what a good game it was. Plenty of chances, some good attacking play, and a couple of outstanding individual performances. I really...
And a warm welcome on what is an ideal night for football, you've got to say. I'm Derek Ray, your match commentator, and alongside providing all the tactical and technical analysis, it's Stuart Robson. And the general feeling is we should be in for a spellbinding occasion. It's Jamshedpur facing Bayer Leverkusen.
Well, both teams know they need to start the game well here, try to dominate the midfield area and get their creative players on the ball. This should be an interesting game, I think.
Rodri. Well, the defenders know they need to get tighter. Can't really allow runs like that. Vitor Ferreira. Luis Diaz. Eduardo Camavinga. Couldn't grab hold of it. Well, given the position he found himself in, he really should be testing the keeper. Superb opportunity squandered. Vicente Lizarazu. Snyder. Moving the ball forward with purpose. Well, trying to place it, but without any great success.
Well, maybe went for the wrong technique. If he'd have hit it with power, may have got a better result. That's a poor effort, really.
Gakpo. Well, it wasn't a taxing save. Mbappe. Alexander-Arnold. Here's Mbappe. And they could face difficulties here. Snyder. Gakpo. And Stam got rid of it. The high press was on, and that's a fantastic tackle. That'll be a Bayer Leverkusen throw. Snyder. Gakpo. And he's outdone himself. Wonderful save there. Oh, good save. Excellent header. Well, another corner following on from the last one. And so it is, the first half story has been written. So back underway here into the second half. Oh, good use of the ball. That was never likely to trouble the keeper. Camavinga. Kylian Mbappe. Mopping up defensively. Vitor Ferreira. Gakpo. And with that, the attack fizzles out. Kylian Mbappe. Luis Diaz. Wesley Sneijder. Vitor Ferreira. It might still be problematic. And you've got to say, not the best of volleys that time.
Yeah, it was certainly there to hit, but he just couldn't make the right contact. It was well wide in the end.
Alonso. Here's Mbappe. 20 minutes to go. No panic, just passing. Plenty of support here. Mbappe.
Well, what a final few minutes we have here. And the fans are certainly playing their part. But can they take one of these chances that come their way?
Five minutes of the 90 still to go. And the teams cannot be separated. Sneijder. And Bayer Leverkusen still on the attack as the minutes tick away. A level contest. Well, he stopped. And that is that. The full-time whistle here. And nothing to separate the two sides at all over 90 minutes. It finishes 0-0. Stuart, your take?
Well, Derek, I was expecting more from both teams. You certainly can't criticise the effort, but there was a real lack of creativity.
Hello and a warm welcome on what is a glorious night for football. Perfect playing conditions. My name is Derek Ray, positioned here on the commentary gantry, and sitting next to me, ready to give you all the analysis, is Stuart Robson. And if this game lives up to its billing, we're in for a riveting occasion. Stuart, how do you see this one going?
Well, Derek, we can talk about coaches and their methods, but it's now down to the players. Which ones are going to stand out, who will affect the game, and who will have the greater desire? It should be a cracking game, though.
Nico Williams. Mbappe. A very good tackle. Eduardo Camavinga. Park. Keane. He has teammates around him. Keane. And a chance for the lead. Well, fantastic reflex action. And danger averted by Stam. Ruud Gullit. Nico Williams. They've given it away. Donyell Malen. Keane. And they'll be a bit annoyed to have lost the ball. Making progress is Kylian Mbappe. And the danger's still on. Well, no mistake from the keeper, acting decisively. Kylian Mbappe. Real chance. And a goal! 1-0 it is. They've been pushing for the opener, and now they have it.
Well, I won't get tired of watching this. It's an outstanding bit of play. Just look how far he runs with the ball. That's a great goal.
So the ball rolling again with the scoreline standing at 1-0. Mbappe. Williams. Committed challenge. Well, in terms of added time, a minimum of 1 minute. Mbappe. And it took a touch on the way through, so a corner here. And the degree of difficulty wasn't all that high in terms of the save. The first half here comes to an end. Away they go again. Second half is underway here. Rodri. Camavinga. And Diaz has it. Well, the attacking options appear plentiful. And danger averted. Well read. Robbie Keane. And into the last 30 minutes now. Read it superbly to take back possession. Mbappe. Now with Alonso. Robbie Keane. Perfect challenge. And a tidy ball. Oh, fantastic effort. He made great contact, but the keeper more than equal to it. Cleared away comprehensively. Kylian Mbappe. He's in behind. Oh, what a chance it was! Ay, 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 ay!
Well, that should have been taken. That is a really poor effort. That had to be a goal. Not good enough. Well, just listen to the noise in here. These fans are doing everything to get their team over the finish line, and there's not long left now.
Well, we've entered the final 5 minutes. Unable to keep the ball. Park. Luis Diaz. Good-looking sequence. Great opportunity! Well, what an opportunity squandered. The referee blows for full time. It ends at a victory for the home team. No complaints from the fans here.
Well, Derek, they didn't dominate the game by any means today, but overall they had the better of the chances and just about deserved their win.
Well, just the sort of weather the fans were hoping for this evening. It's absolutely ideal. I'm your match commentator, Derek Ray, and sitting alongside me, the former Arsenal, West Ham and Coventry midfield player, Stuart Robson. And with the game just moments away now, this really ought to be a superb watch. It's Jamshedpur against Paris Saint-Germain.
Well, a quick start to the game is all important here today, and I'm sure both managers will have drilled that into the players. But they also have to play with composure and a tactical understanding. It should be a good game.
Diaz to take the lead. Good work to regain possession. Kylian Mbappe. Really getting stuck in. Luis Diaz. In it goes! The opening goal in this contest.
Well, here it is. Head down, hit through the ball and get it on target. That's a top-class finish. There was no stopping that.
Zambrota. And he did what he had to do defensively. Ba. Here's Ronaldo. Alonso. Difficult to stop him. A real chance. And putting paid to the danger. Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo. Passing it around as the search goes on for an equaliser. Kylian Mbappe. Xavi Alonso. Did well to win the ball back. And there it is, the half-time whistle. So back underway, and the responsibility falls on PSG to show a bit of fighting spirit. Rodri. Mbappe with it. And they need to get tighter here. Well, he really read that brilliantly. Cristiano Ronaldo. And into the last 30 minutes now. Well, nicely cut out. Now what can they do with the ball? Donnarumma. Carvajal. Alexander Ba. Theo Hernandez. Gullit has it. Cristiano Ronaldo. Good use of the ball as they look to extend their lead. Can he find the right pass? Danger averted. Camavinga. Rodri. Well, PSG doing well to regain control of the ball.
Well, these fans have been brilliant. Just listen to the noise inside this stadium. Surely this will inspire the players to hang on. What a noise we've got.
Good work from PSG to win it back. And there goes the final whistle. And the home fans are going to be happy about this outcome.
Well, Derek, it was very competitive. Chances at both ends, but I feel they were the better team and they deserved their victory.
Welcome everyone on a perfect night for football with the floodlights beaming down. I'm your match commentator Derek Ray, and ready to provide expert analysis alongside me is Stuart Robson. And we're fully convinced this game will live up to its billing. It's Jamshedpur up against Tottenham Hotspur.
Well, it doesn't matter how good your players are or what formation they're playing in, you have to earn the right to play. And I'm sure that would have been reiterated by both managers in the dressing room. It promises to be a really good game here.
And a Tottenham Hotspur free kick coming up. Couldn't find a teammate. Throw in here. Luis Diaz. Diaz. Danger still on. Martinez. So deflection, and it will be a throw-in. Luis Diaz. Camavinga. And he saw the situation developing. Dybala. Well, Spurs now in potentially a dangerous position. He's lost it. No pressure whatsoever on the keeper. Gianluca Zambrotta. Zidane on the ball. Anthony. Well, a really good run. To take the lead. Keeper did his job to begin with. And cleared away. Vitor Ferreira. The ball with Martinez. A Spurs free kick it's going to be. Diaz. Well, the action is going to continue for a while yet. We will have 4 minutes of stoppage time. Mbappe. Luis Diaz. Diaz. Alonso. Can they forge ahead? And with that, the first half draws to a close. Well, underway once more, and it's going to be fascinating to see what developments occur in this second half. Ferreira. And Diaz has it. Giving the ball away. Mbappe. Excellent defending. Luis Diaz. Eduardo Camavinga. Fine work from Spurs to win it back. Diaz. And possession changing hands. Zinedine Zidane. The ball with Martinez. It's with Dybala. Into the final 20 minutes. Luis Diaz. Kylian Mbappe. Oh, in with a chance! And still danger here. Just wanted to get it out of there.
Well, the fans are making so much noise here. They believe the winner's coming, but it needs a moment of inspiration for one of those players out on the pitch. What a finale we've got.
And a Tottenham Hotspur free kick coming up. Well, they've decided to make a change. Asking a lot to score from there. Goalkeeper's ball. Well, we've entered the final 5 minutes. Level pegging, but can they change that? It's got to be! The net is staring him in the face. Oh, a superb save. And the clearance by Vidic. And that is that. The full-time whistle here. And nothing to separate the two sides at all over 90 minutes. It finishes 0-0. Stuart, your take?
Well, Derek, I was expecting more from both teams. You certainly can't criticise the effort, but there was a real...
Welcome everyone on a perfect night for football with the floodlights beaming down. I'm Derek Ray, and sharing commentary with me as usual is Stuart Robson. And every reason to believe we're in for an entertaining match here. It's Jamshedpur up against Bayern Munich.
Well, Derek, as is always the case, the team that dominates midfield will be the team that controls the flow of the game. And that, for me, is the area that's key today.
Kimpembe, Luis Diaz, Eduardo Camavinga. And Diaz has it. Looking for the final pass that will open things up. It's neat passing, confidence on the ball. Oh, doesn't get away with it. Free kick given. And a simple clearance, a good one. Chances on. And not a great challenge. Free kick here. Alexander-Arnold. Well, he was in the right place to intercept. Well, using the space really well. But now can they push on? And that'll be a Bayern ball. Eto'o. It's with Petit. Ronaldo. Torres. Can he put them in front? An important interception. The save was a good one. And there it is, the opening goal, 1-0, and they'll feel they deserve it. 1-0 then. Kylian Mbappe. Now with Alonso. Oh, genuine chance. Well, you've got to give him credit for that piece of defending. So nearly at half-time, and the home side trailing, albeit not by much. Stuart, your thoughts up to this point?
Well, it's been a tight first half so far, but they haven't quite shown enough guile in the attacking third. If, however, they can be more dynamic in the 1v1 situations, they have the quality to turn this around.
Well, 3 minutes of stoppage time added on here. Well, the managers will now deliver their half-time team talks. We're at the end of 45 minutes in this game. So the second half underway here, and Bayern looking to build upon a largely positive first half showing. Hamšík. And on to Kaut. Moving the ball really well here. Well, he really read that brilliantly. Good tackle. It'll be a throw. Fernando Torres. Well, that's how to keep the opposition at bay. Kylian Mbappe. Kaut. Luis Diaz. Hamšík. Eto'o. Weighted ball up there, and he's broken free. A goal for Bayern to extend their advantage.
Well, here's another look, and you can see what a good finish this is. He holds off the defender brilliantly and keeps his composure. That's a great goal.
Alonso. Mbappe with it. Kerkez. Luis Diaz. Good patient build-up as they try to fashion something. And play halted, free kick given. High-level defending. Well, there's an example of how to press high up. And a foul in the opinion of the referee. Now, what can they do from this free kick situation? Well, they've been getting the substitute ready, and now they will make the personnel change. Keeper there to collect. Well, we've entered the final 5 minutes. And no-nonsense defensive clearance. Well-timed tackle. Ronaldo. And that is the end of the game. It goes into the history books as a home defeat.
Well, Derek, they weren't at their best today, both as individuals and as a team, and they didn't deserve anything from the game. Need a much better display next time out.
Hello and a warm welcome on what is a glorious night for football. Perfect playing conditions. I'm Derek Ray at the microphone, and joining me for match commentary, Stuart Robson. And with the atmosphere really building up nicely, we should be in for a terrific contest. It's Jamshedpur versus Manchester United.
Well, a quick start to the game is all important here today, and I'm sure both managers will have drilled that into the players. But they also have to play with composure and a tactical understanding. It should be a good game.
Well, slightly off target, and that'll be a throw-in. Luis Diaz. Mbappe with it. United have it once again. Williams. And a throw-in it's going to be. Kylian Mbappe. Splendid tackle and a throw-in coming up. And that's aggravating for a manager, giving it away like that. Williams. Now with Beckham. And played the pass well. Decent position this for United to find themselves in. Well, from so far out, it didn't appear to be the high percentage option. Close though, Stuart.
Well, he did have options, but that was a good effort in the end. He wasn't too far away, was he?
And a timely intervention. Luis Diaz. In with a chance. And a goal to give them the lead. They have their reward.
Well, as you can see, he's a dangerous runner with the ball. He has such good balance and pace. That's a top-class goal, isn't it?
And the ball moving again. What sort of response will we see from them now? Well, this is far from over. We're going to have 5 minutes of stoppage time. Zinedine Zidane. Moving forward effectively. And with that, the first half draws to a close. So back underway with United looking to plot a route back into this game. Zinedine Zidane. And he read it well defensively. Nico Williams. Well, back and forth in terms of possession. Well, conceding the throw-in. Good challenge. Beckham. Here's Carvajal. Al-Owairan. Well, no stopping him. Mbappe. Mbappe with it. Giving the ball away. Into the final 20 minutes. Said Al-Owairan. Determined defending. Corner for United. Can they use it to get themselves level? So a personnel change then. And Schmeichel will take that all day long.
Well, what an atmosphere we've got inside this stadium. The fans are driving the players on here. Surely they're going to hang on now.
5 minutes to go. Capdevila. And on to Beckham. Now Zidane. Manchester United know they've got to get on the front foot with time the enemy. Well, he's certainly not alone. And there it is, the final whistle, and the fans will be leaving the stadium with smiles on their faces.
Well, Derek, it was a tight game. Both sides had their moments and chances, but overall, they just about shaded it. A well-earned victory.
Hello, it's great to be with you, and I don't think anybody is going to complain, especially about the weather. I'm Derek Ray, your match commentator, and alongside providing all the tactical and technical analysis, it's Stuart Robson. And we can't wait for this one to start, with justifiable cause. It's Jamshedpur, and they face Lincoln City.
Well, the atmosphere is building nicely here, and we've got two teams who like to play good football. Let's hope we get a good game here. It should be.
The textbook interception. Lothar Matthäus. And he keeps going. Well, he was a long way from goal, but that didn't seem to bother him.
Well, he won't strike a football much better than that. That certainly had the keeper worried.
Rodri. On to Stam. Camavinga. Eduardo Camavinga. He's in with a chance. The timing was perfect. It had to be. Fernando Torres. Ronaldo on the ball. And both hands on it. Good goalkeeping. He succeeds in clearing it. Well, doesn't have to do it on his own. Well, the keeper had plenty to think about with bodies around him. Fernando Torres. Mbappe. Can he put them in front? In it goes! The opening goal in this contest!
Well, this is a very tidy finish, as you can see. He's under so much pressure, but his strength just allows him to hit through the ball cleanly. It's an excellent goal.
Back underway, and 1-0 it is. Let's see what happens next. So, the whistle then. We're at the halfway stage in this match. Well, as they get the ball rolling again, interesting to see how the second half pans out. Well, mopping up defensively. Must be! And a goal! They've added to the lead. Much needed security.
Well, here it is again. He goes past his marker so easily with just a drop of the shoulder, and then the shot could not be hit any better. Struck with such venom. Great goal.
So the ball rolling again. 2-0 the score. Lothar Matthäus. Torres now. Now with Ramirez. Capdevila. Xabi Alonso. Well, successfully cut out. Ronaldo. Oh, that's not a good clearance. Making sure nothing came of it. Could reduce the deficit. And it goes to reduce the deficit. Still very much alive and kicking.
Well, just look how he holds off the defender. He keeps his balance and he still hits the target. What a good goal that is.
So on with the match. 2-1 is the scoreline. What's going to happen next? And they'll get ready for the throw-in. Well, found wanting in the throw-in department there. Jude Bellingham. They get forward, but time is very much against them here.
Well, just listen to this atmosphere. It's been such a tight game, but the fans are certainly doing their bit in trying to get them over the finish line.
Camavinga. And there it is, the final whistle. And the fans will be leaving the stadium with smiles on their faces.
Well, Derek, it was a tight game. Both sides had their moments and chances, but overall, they just about shaded it. A well-earned victory.
Well, just the sort of weather the fans were hoping for this evening. It's absolutely ideal. I'm your match commentator, Derek Ray, at the microphone. And sitting alongside me is the former Arsenal, West Ham and Coventry midfield player, Stuart Robson. And with kick-off just moments away, we really should be in for a magnificent occasion. It's Jamshedpur up against Tottenham Hotspur.
Well, thanks, Derek. The best coach I played under would always tell us before kick-off, earn the right to play. If you can win your individual battles, outrun your opponent, eventually you'll get the space to show your ability. I'm sure that's being echoed by the coaches here today.
Nice ball to switch the point of attack. And here's Wayne Rooney. On to Haaland. Spurs did well to win. Oh, he's through here! Full credit. Wonderful stop. Alonso. And putting paid to the danger. And Spurs moving the ball with purpose. What can he do with it now? But really sticking to their task defensively. Haaland. Clearly took a touch on the way out of play, so a throw-in to come. Rooney. And the flag has gone up.
Well, he has to work a lot harder to stay onside there. He didn't read the situation at all.
Kerkez. Eduardo Camavinga. Here's Mbappe. And Diaz has it. He must finish! And up for grabs off the keeper. Well, the teams are locked together. Will it stay that way following this corner? And an astute piece of defending. Well, the action is going to continue for a while yet. We will have 4 minutes of stoppage time. Rooney. He's in with a chance. And a goal! Now they have their opener, and now they can celebrate.
Well, here's another look, and you can see what a good finish this is. He holds off the defender brilliantly and keeps his composure. That's a great goal.
1-0 then. A chance then for the respective managers to address their charges. It is half-time here. So into the second half, Spurs hold the advantage, but it's a long way from being done and dusted. Rooney. High quality defending. Mbappe. Difficult to stop him. This could be the equaliser. Well, it was straight at the keeper, but technically good goalkeeping. Alonso. Here's Garincha. And so 30 minutes left for play in this one. Kimpembe. Went in strongly, decisively. Great vision to switch the play. And a big moment, a goal for Tottenham Hotspur. And they are going to be difficult to stop now.
Well, here's the replay, and what a well-delivered cross this is. Perfectly placed, which makes it a fairly simple finish in the end. It's a really good goal.
And a change for Spurs at this juncture. Alexander-Arnold. And on to Alonso. And he saw the situation developing. Well, play stopped. It is a free kick. Alonso. Rodri. Mbappe? Oh, might be. He still has the goalkeeping magic. Gigi Buffon. No nonsense clearance. Vitor Ferreira. 5 minutes to go. And the challenge halts them in their tracks. Rooney. Count. Oh, big opportunity. Can they put it away? And there goes the final whistle. It's gone the wrong way as far as the home fans are concerned.
Well, Derek, they weren't at their best today, both as individuals and as a team, and they didn't deserve anything from the game. Need a much better display next time out.
Well, just the sort of weather the fans were hoping for this evening. It's absolutely ideal. I'm Derek Ray on the commentary gantry and delighted to be joined as always by Stuart Robson. And if this game lives up to its billing, we're in for a riveting occasion. It's Jamshedpur and they take on Real Madrid.
Well, I'm excited by this encounter today. Both teams have a good game plan, both teams can be physical, and both teams have creative players. It could be a case of who wants it more.
Kylian Mbappe. Eduardo Camavinga. Yapstam. Mbappe. Well, they couldn't keep it. Ronaldo. Really inventive stuff from Real here. Can he put them in front? And a goal! An early boost for them. The first goal of the game. They're off and running.
Well, as you can see, he doesn't mess about here, does he? He's strong, well-balanced and skillful. That's a top-class finish.
And back underway. 1-0 it is. Mbappe. That's effective pressure. High up the pitch. Alonso. Mbappe. Safe pair of hands. Did his job. Diaz. Maicon. Son. Ronaldo on the ball. Alonso. Luis Diaz. Kylian Mbappe. Good tackle from Sam. And Real's must score! Well, a vital interception to snuff out the danger. Mbappe. More than decent passing sequences, but they need a leveller. Oh, he's through here! Well, the main conclusion is, made it far too easy for the keeper.
Well, I don't think he can believe it. That's such an easy save in the end.
Well, the managers will now deliver their half. Well, it is advantage Real after the first 45 minutes, but there's a long way from being settled. Good-looking sequence. This could level it. Can they cover up? And a goal! Well, it looks easy when you can put them away like that.
Well, here we can see it again. Normally, I'm the first to point the finger at a goalkeeper, but I think it's a good initial save. I'm not sure he could have done much more. Just a bit unfortunate, really, that it dropped to an opponent.
Good movement. Samuel Eto'o. Mbappe. Eto'o. And it took a little nick before it went over the touchline, so a throw in here. Kylian Mbappe. He read the situation defensively and did his job. Eto'o. Hernandez. Running with the ball confidently. Are they going to forge ahead? And a goal! Just like that, they're back in front!
Well, as you can see, he's a great talent. What a run, what a goal, and what a player he is.
Well, 2-1 it is here. Alexander-Arnold. Eduardo Camavinga. Intercepting it intelligently. Well, it's a decent-looking attack, this. Just 10 minutes to go. Possession given away, unfortunately.
Well, I think the fans are doing everything they can to get their team back into this. But can they find that moment of inspiration and get an equaliser?
And 1 minute of stoppage time has been added on. They are making headway, but this could square the game. Safe, but still a chance. Smuggled away. And that is the end of the game. It goes into the history books as a home defeat.
Well, Derek, it was a hard-fought contest, which neither side completely dominated. The result will certainly hurt them. They need to bounce back next time out.
Well, just the sort of weather the fans were hoping for this evening. It's absolutely ideal. I'm Derek Ray, positioned here on the commentary gantry, and alongside me at the microphone is Stuart Robson. And with the atmosphere really building up nicely, we should be in for a terrific contest. It's Jamshedpur, and they take on Real Madrid.
Thanks, Derek, as always. This should be a good game. Great atmosphere inside the stadium. We've got two teams full of quality, some interesting matchups, and two coaches that want to play an attractive brand of football. What more could you ask for?
Wirtz. And Alonso defending well. For the lead here. Can he put them in front? And a goal! Not wasting much time today. They strike first.
Well, I have to say, this is a really good goal. Just look how well balanced he is. He knows he's going to be under pressure, but he shows great composure to hit the target.
Griezmann. Wirtz. Oh, skipping away. Tremendous intuition to win it back. Griezmann. Griezmann gets himself into the attacking third with the ball at his feet. Well, the danger is still there. Danger averted for now. Ronaldo, they could level it. Oh, incredible save, and he snuffed out any sign of danger. Well, they fancy a short one. Vinicius Junior. Rodri. Alonso. Alonso. Mbappe with it. Kaut. Griezmann. And he's made headway. Big chance it is. Well, just the tackle that was needed. Alonso. Mbappe. Well, he keeps going. Alonso. Oh, good defending to stop a decent-looking attack. Luis Diaz. A chance then for the respective managers to address their charges. It is half-time here. Into the second half then, and Real doing the chasing. Well, nothing comes of it. And over the byline, goal kick coming up. Rafael Marquez. Florian Wirtz. Bale. Now, options are plenty. Luis Diaz. Mbappe. Deserves credit for winning the ball back. Griezmann. Bale. Well, it's an attractive passing move, but it's all about finding an equaliser here. Well, very effective goalkeeping to touch it over. Well, radical change here from Real Madrid. 3 substitutes to come on at once. Rodri. Mbappe with it. Now with Alonso. Kylian Mbappe. Oh, he's through here! Well, the goalkeeper making a big contribution and denying him another one.
Well, it's another chance for him. As you said, he looks so hungry for goals today.
Now, they're going to alter things. Here's the substitution. Well, not quite the header he had in mind, and the goalkeeper gobbling that one up. Salah, on the cusp of the final whistle, and they're making home advantage count, but only just. Stuart, your thoughts?
Yeah, just about edging it overall. It's been a really tight game, hasn't it? Chances at a premium, and you have to praise their defending in that regard. Just got to see out the final few minutes now. No silly mistakes at the back.
Didn't fool the keeper. Time is not on their side. This corner could help their prospects as they look for an equaliser. And time for the change now. Well, you can't really head them any better than that. And there it is, the final whistle. The home fans are going to be happy with this result.
Well, Derek, it was very competitive. Chances at both ends, but I feel they were the better team and they deserved their victory.
So the two teams have switched around and the second half is underway. Gabriel Sara. Olivier Kemen. Christopher Operi. Sara. Oh, that's a fine pass. Magnificent defending. Christopher Operi. And options in the centre. And it's in! 1-0. They've breached the defence.
Well, here's the replay, and it all starts with the delivery into the box, just begging someone to get on the end of it. And it ends up with a fairly simple finish. Certainly not much the goalkeeper can do about that.
And he was in the right place to intercept. Moving the ball forward, how creative can they be? Well, nothing comes of it. It looked promising. Miguel Crespo. Piontek. Crespo. Sara. Moving forward effectively. Well, you've got to say, comfortably off target, Stuart.
Yeah, that's a waste of good possession. His teammates are not happy with him, and they're letting him know.
Khan Ayhan. Davinson Sanchez. Well, he stopped them in their tracks. Came in. Crespo. Was always likely to be the goalkeeper's ball.
Well, I think the fans are doing everything they can to get their team back into this. But can they find that moment of inspiration and get an equaliser?
Out of play it goes. Goal kick. Duarte. Crespo. Came in. There might very well be late excitement. 5 minutes left, and the margin just 1. Just the challenge that was required. Well, as we approach full time, we have to say, playing away from home hasn't been a problem for them. Can they see it out? Stuart, your thoughts?
Well, they need to hold on here. Not long left now, but you have to say they've defended really well up to this point, and I just can't see them conceding now. This will be a...
This could finish it! And the goalkeeper will claim it. And there it is, the final whistle. Not what the home fans were hoping for before a ball was kicked today. Defeat for them.
Well, Derek, it was a hard-fought contest, which neither side completely dominated, but the result will certainly hurt them. They need to bounce back next time out.
Hello and a warm welcome on what is a glorious night for football. Perfect playing conditions. I'm Derek Ray and I'm joined for expert analysis by Stuart Robson. And we're ready for the Champions League round of 16 second leg. It's Atletico Madrid and they take on Real Madrid.
Well, I thought the first game was excellent. Hard fought, evenly matched, chances at both ends, and a lot of good individual performances. Hopefully, Derek, we get more of the same today.
Kylian Mbappe. Valverde. Chouameni. Now, options are plenty. Mbappe. In it goes! A huge goal in this tie. As it stands, they will be the ones going through. Well, the ball is moving once more. How important will that opening goal prove to be? Well, the defenders know they need to get tighter. Real Madrid have given us away. Marcos Llorente. So, deflection, and it will be a throw-in. Gallagher. Koke. Conor Gallagher. Alvarez. And with that, the attack fizzles out. Atletico with the ball once more. Gallagher. Here's Alvarez. And the attack fades out. Atletico get the free kick decision their way. Well, sadly, you've got to say, it all went horribly wrong for him.
Well, he backed his technique. Unfortunately, on this occasion, it let him down badly. That's a poor effort.
Rodrigo. So 3 minutes of stoppage time coming up. Koke. Alvarez. And taking it away. A chance then for the respective managers to address their charges. It is half-time here. So back underway here into the second half. Rodrigo. The ball with Lucas Vazquez. Kylian Mbappe. Samuel Lino. Koke with it. Rodrigo. Koke. Marcos Llorente. So half an hour remaining. Aurelien Tchouameni. Bellingham. Mbappe. Attacking possibilities for Real. Rodrigo. Opportunity. Sound piece of defending. Griezmann. And teammates around him. Good-looking move, this. Oh, that's fine defensive play. Mbappe. And now Rodrigo. Mbappe! There's the goal! And that should be the one that puts a seal on it.
Well, let's take another look. And there's the deflection. And from that moment on, the keeper had no chance, did he?
Two 0 here, and the ball is moving again. Alvarez. Marcos Llorente has it. Koke with it. And given the defender's touch, the referee says corner. Substitution for Real Madrid. Jude Bellingham. That's effective pressure, high up the pitch. Koke. The referee's whistle, full time it is, and Real Madrid are the side who move on.
Yeah, I think they were comfortably the better side over the two games. They looked dangerous in attack and they controlled the midfield. They'll certainly be happy taking that sort of form into the next round.
And good evening on what is a perfect night for football. The floodlights shining down on the players as we speak. My name is Derek Ray, and sitting alongside me in the commentary box, providing expert analysis, is Stuart Robson. And we've got quarter-final first leg action from Europe's Premier Club competition, the Champions League, just moments away. It's Arsenal, and they take on Real Madrid.
Well, I've been looking forward to this one ever since they were drawn together. They're two excellent teams with a host of top-quality players. This should be a really interesting first leg.
Jesus. Martin Odegaard. Partey. Now in possession, Trossard. Not forcing the issue. Great composure. Surely! Can they slot it home? Kylian Mbappe. Oh, what an opportunity! It's got to be! And a goal! Just what the fans wanted to see. The ideal way to begin.
Well, just look at his strength here. He holds off the challenge, he keeps his balance, and he finds the back of the net. It's a wonderful goal.
Arsenal restart the game then, and they have work to do as they try to wipe out that last goal. Mbappe. Bellingham. The ball with Lucas Vazquez. Excellent assessment of the situation at the back. Trossard. It's with Vinicius Junior. Rodrigo. Well, they've given him too much space. Is it going to be? Well, no mistake from the keeper, acting decisively. Rodrigo. Declan Rice. Partey. It's with Odegaard. On to Jesus. The first half here comes to an end. Well, it is advantage Real after the first 45 minutes, but there's a long way from being settled. Lucas Vazquez. What can Real do from this position? A fine reading of the situation. Declan Rice. And Real Madrid have the ball again. Rodrigo. Well, doesn't have to do it on his own. Well, it looked so promising, but a goal kicked the outcome. Declan Rice. Thomas Partey. Rice with it. Patient enough build-up. Can they carve out a chance? Mbappe. "20 minutes to go in this one. And the referee says corner kick. Well, they've decided to make a change. Well, really, it had to be further away from the keeper. The referee spotted the little nick on the way through, so a throw-in coming up.
Well, these Arsenal fans still believe they can get back into this, but they're going to have to throw everything at it now. Time is running out.
Rodrigo. Mbappe. And he's made headway. Well, they needed a bit of goalkeeping inspiration, and that's what they've got.
Well, that just about keeps his team in this one, but are they good enough to go and get the equaliser?
Given away by Arsenal. Arsenal's free kick here. And the referee has deemed that an additional 4 minutes are in order. Rodrigo. The final whistle, and Real Madrid hold the advantage going into the return leg.
Well, it's a slender lead, but one I think they deserve. They were certainly the more fluid team in possession, but the second leg will be just as tight, and I would say it's 50-50 who will advance.